Welcome to this lecture. And in this lecture, we will talking about Java JList class in Swing. The JList component is the basic Swing component of means component for selecting one or more items from the set of choices. Three keys elements and their implementations define the JList structure. First one is a data model for holding the JList data as defined by the list model interface. Second one is a cell rendered for drawing the elements for the JList as described by the list cell renderer interface. And the third one is a selection model for selecting elements of the JList as described by the list selection model interface. Now we just turn to the coding example of Java JList and Java X.Swing library. I just import here and then JList. I just create the method and now it's time to create the frame. So f which is equal to new j frame. Okay, now default list model and string. Okay, so you can set a string here and then object, and the object is L1 which is new default list model, and then L1 dot add element, and element here is item number 1. I just copy this and 1 2 3 and 4 items, 2 3 4 and item number 5. So I just add 5 items in the element and then j list and string which is list is equal to new j list. So I just create a j list here and then L1. Okay, and list dot set bounds, and which is 100 175 and 75, and here I just add f dot add and then 400 and the 400, and f dot set layout, and the layout here is null, and f dot set visible which is true. Now at the last I just take the public method static void main and the strings arguments and new, sorry, it's new j list. Okay, so our code is complete here. So we just take after making the create after making this frame, so default list model as our first point, uh, that we are like a data model for holding the JList data as defined by the list model interface. So I just take default list model, and then after that I just add 5 elements in this object. You can see here, and I just call this object 5 times. Then JList, I just create a JList here and then set the boundaries for my list, and then frame setting and add the last method. So run this code, and f dot, so yes, this is not add, this is for set size. Okay, and I just run this code now, and sorry, I just forget to add the size, means sorry, add list in the frame. So yes, it's okay now. And I just did one another mistake, so it's a small error. Yes, now I just run this code and you can see here J list. So you can select the list items, you can see 1 2 3 4 and the 5 which is not showing because I just take 100 175 and 75. So this is a simple JList in Java. Thanks for watching this lecture. See you in next lecture.